I think we're back. What was that about? That was whack. Don't know what broke. My internet was fine, but for some reason everything else wasn't. So who knows? Oopsie doopsie. I don't know what's happening. And I'm a little worried it'll keep happening and waste all of your time. So I apologize if I do. Hello. Hi everyone. How's it going? So to get back into it, I don't know where I got cut off because I went rapidly into troubleshooting mode. But I was talking about how I did the ECMAScript presentation session at Knowledge, and it was very successful. Almost a couple hundred people showed up to the fourth floor room that they assigned to me for it. I believe there's a couple of full recordings out there, but I haven't seen them yet. There's also a lot of stuff going on outside of my window, so it's pretty loud. It's nothing like Ailey's birds crashing into the windows, but it's still loud. But the session went well. People enjoyed it. I had one dumb review. Not dumb. It was just like one of the surveys was like, this could have been better if Earl expanded on each of the lessons. I was like, what? That's not... This is a 20-minute session. I don't have time to expand on 24 different lessons about ECMAScript. But I'll just take that comment as in I need to potentially do longer format presentations on it in the future. But generally, the feedback was fairly positive. So I'll take that. Past that, though. I did have a lot of questions of people afterwards from people like, hey, how did you do how did you make this? Like, was this all AI and stuff like that? And I'd actually like to walk through a little bit of the process of how I made all of the rap so that I can potentially make like a, I don't know, a behind the scenes or making a video for this. I don't know, an 11-minute song is pretty much like an EP at this point if I just break it down into part 1, 2, or 3 or something. Technically I had, I think, 5 parts almost. No, 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. Yeah, 5. It was a 6-part series because it was 4 verses each. Maybe if I add a chorus or something, then it could actually be like a couple of actual songs. But yeah, it wasn't all AI. So as I share my screen, so back in January, I made this playlist. A lot of you know about this. This group of videos is... This group of videos, it has all the stuff that I talked about in this song. And I actually walk through what the new notation is, the new syntax, example use cases, and I talk about all that kind of stuff in it. So I did this for 24 different lessons. 24 lessons plus an intro and a conclusion. And so this stuff, none of this was AI. I made this from the beginning. I think the couple of times I used AI was like, what if I was comparing ES5 to 2021? Hey, Garza Place. Hey, welcome. So that's the only time I used ChatGPT in the helping of creating this one. So what I did to create the rap was inside of these videos after basically a day or something. If you go into your video and go to subtitles, it auto generates subtitles. Actually, wait, no, I didn't even have to auto generate the subtitles. So if you don't have your own subtitles for the video, you can use the one that YouTube creates for you in this case. But what I did was I actually captioned all of the videos because I wanted to make sure they were accessible. I wanted to make sure that if you provide your own captions, accurate captions, then people can move them around on their screen if they want. They can change the size, the text, the color. They can auto translate to other languages and be a little bit more accurate than if YouTube tried to do it. So I had captioned all 26 videos myself. And then what I did with that was I took those captioned videos and essentially I took the entire transcript of those captions and I fed them to ChatGPT. And I took them, and I wonder if I can do an example of it. So I'll do an example of it. So I'll take this one, which was about numeric separators. It's a random one I clicked on. And if I go to the subtitles, and I'll do the automatic captions that YouTube generated. I always did the sidecar file, which is SRT. Let me do I'm gonna take the video away just in case I don't want to show. I have a lot of like knowledge behind the scenes stuff on, so I don't want to accidentally reveal it right now. So let me get that file downloaded, and then I will open it, and I want to show you all what it looks like. Okay, cool. So here we are. So here is the captions video. So these are what the sidecar files for videos look like. What number of this, which subtitle is it? The first one, second one, third one, like the sequence of them. The time stamps of where they should appear from the beginning and then when they should disappear. And then what to actually display on the screen. So that's how the sidecar files are formatted. And if you provide this to like YouTube or LinkedIn when you upload a video, it won't try to do auto-generated captions. It'll use your captions for you. So it's a cool little feature that YouTube provides for being able to export them. I generate my own caption file via Adobe Premiere. But so what I do is I take this file, and I probably should save this, but I tend to just type it in myself nowadays, just because finding where I save all my regex stuff, I kind of don't pay attention to it. So real quick, I'm just going to do this. There, okay. So I have this regex in here. So pause the video if you need this, if you're following this along at home. And then I just delete them all. And then I have my transcript. Oops. Yeah, so I have my transcript for it. And what I did was I went into ChatGPT and I said, you are a lyricist, and you are creating a single verse song about ECMAScript. I will provide a transcript of a lesson on a topic, and you will create a song about that topic. It should only be 8 lines long, and it should rhyme in couplets. That's what I did. And then I pasted it in, and I pressed enter, and there it is. So I took my transcript and I gave it to AI, generative AI, and I had it create those things. And if I go to, let me hide that real quick. Don't know what gists I have on GitHub that I shouldn't be revealing. And there we go. Here was what I did when I gave it all 24 lessons. And then what I did was I went into each of these verses and I edited it, basically, made some things, took out some words that didn't make any sense, figured out some of the things that, hi Jessalyn, figured out like what things were wrong or some things that needed to be edited. Sometimes I would go in and write my own couple lines and stuff like that because I didn't like what they provided. Or what I'd notice is by like the 17th lesson where it was getting really obscure, some of the lines started repeating, and I try to change that as much as possible and fix those. So from there, I asked Adam Shelley, MVP turned employee at ServiceNow, hey dude, can you Oh, I think he joked around of providing the baseline, and I was like, if you provide the baseline, I will use it. And at one point, he basically just gave me a bunch of. Wait, what is live? Laszlo, what do you mean? Wait, is this live? Am I broke? Did I break again? I. Hey, Portland. All right. Anyways, okay. So Adam provided a bunch of like he kind of just strummed along on just a bunch of random stuff. Sorry, Laszlo, you're gonna have to rewatch the old stuff. You'll have to watch the replay. But he provided a bunch of music, kind of just like messing around and stuff like that. And then I sampled it. I took bits and bits and bits, and I found a bunch of repeatable loops that I liked, and I picked a couple and I threw it. I looped it, and I created this. I just basically created a backing track, and then I just started practicing reading the rap over the beats, and then changed and just edited it from there. So was it made by AI? Yes and no. Kind of. The source material was entirely by me, and then the rap was streamlined and based off of the stuff that I did myself. I'm not gonna sit there and try to write a 25 verse rap just for this, because I have the material already. That's one of the cool things generative AI does, and so I gave it my transcripts from the videos that I made previously. So all the videos that came from this playlist, I just took the transcripts, fed it through AI, and got a verse for each one, and that became this rap. Yeah, I mean, I'll post this in the chat too. So it's there. It's on. Did I ever post this anywhere else online? I don't think so, but there, I posted the link in the chat. So if you care to see that, you can take that and play with it or edit around. It's fine with me. The video is on the website, so knowledge.servicenow.com. I also have it uploaded to YouTube, but it's unlisted right now just because I don't want to cannibalize the knowledge website views. But yeah, it was a fun little exercise. A lot of it was massaging the lyrics to fit the beats, and some of it was kind of awkward, so I had to change it around. But I did have some my favorite ones, like now the knowledge coalescing operator takes the stage. Like I love that line because it kind of like just brings the beat faster all of a sudden. Another one I really liked was trailing commas. So in the actual recording and in the live performance, my little joke. Oops, what did I do? Oh, trailing. Yeah, when I start the trailing commas sentence like half a beat late because it's a trailing comma. Get it? Yeah. So that was a fun one. Another bass line of Adams kicks in at the very last verse if you didn't catch the additional bass notes in the background on the video. But yeah, so that's how I made it. I thought that would be a fun way to talk about the beginning to end. And I think one of the older videos shows the Adam clips too of some of the songs some of the bass guitar licks that he provided to me, and how I edited it down to repeat basically samples. Yeah. And I think Adam and Nia have a full recording of it. I haven't seen either of them though, so hopefully I can find where those are so I can splice some things together and make a little video out of it. But yeah, that's the ECMAScript rap. It was a fun little thing. A lot of good ratings. A lot of people had fun. It was a super ballsy session. Kudos. I don't think I would ever dare to do something like that. I was so nervous leading up to that session and standing in front of everybody because everyone was like streaming in for 10 minutes during that whole time before the session, and I'm just standing in front of everybody like waiting, and I was getting my nerves were hitting me so hard, my heart was beating. I was like, I can't believe I'm going to do this. And then I asked everybody in the audience, like, how many of you know what's about to happen? and only like 4 people rose their hands out of the 200 people that were in the room. I was like, oh man, people really have no idea that this is going to be a rap session, even though my LinkedIn post had a good amount of engagement and impressions. Like, I guess the overlap of people that saw my LinkedIn post and the people that actually added it to their agendas was not overlapped at all. And so that was a surprise for everybody, which was fun because it was fun seeing people's reactions when they realized what was happening. Yeah. I like, oh, you missed it, Laszlo, but I was talking about, I had one survey response saying like, it was like a critical feedback of like, you need to expand more on all of your lessons because I didn't learn enough during the session. I was like, I don't know how I would try to teach about in depthly about all of the different ECMAScript stuff in an actual coherent timeline within 20 minutes and not turn into an hour and a half lab or something like that. Yeah, it's okay. I wasn't too hurt by that comment, but hopefully people still had fun. Thanks for attending and thanks for hanging out during it. Hopefully, I truly think hopefully people were having fun during it because I did work really hard on that, and just kept photoing the lessons. I think some people, yeah, I probably should have started off with Laszlo, you're right. I should have started at the beginning of like, things are going to be flying by really fast, but all of this is available online. So I probably should have said that at the beginning because, I mean, I was trying to keep track with the lyrics, so I didn't really get to see how many people were trying to take pictures of the screens while they were flying by. But yeah, the PowerPoint for it, it was just, yeah, this. And so as the rap was going by, this is all that was shown for each lesson. So 8 lines, and then it would go straight to the next one. And so the lyrics were on the right, and on the left side was the actual lesson. Like, I condensed the entire lesson down to 4 or 5 lines each so that they could be on the screen. A couple of them I used AI on just because, like, I gave it my lesson files and was like, make this lesson only in a few lines. But yeah, so where is that? What was that lesson? Numeric separators. Yeah. So via this, you could basically understand what the new notation is because you could see the underscores here, and that's how it works. But I guess people were trying to like actually follow along in it instead of just taking this ridiculousness of it, which I get. I didn't plan on making this a rap session until way after I submitted this. So the description on the catalog for when people are signing up for sessions definitely didn't say that, and that is, oh well, I thought it was fun to surprise people. But yeah, I had fun with all my sessions. It was funny, earlier in the day, I was doing another session where I was talking about updating ServiceNow records via GitHub. And I was showing off how we were doing that for the Slacker bot. And I was talking about all the silly stuff that we made in Slacker bot. And then I talked about here, I gave everybody the repository for them to play with at home. And a lot of people came up to me afterwards and said, wow, that was the most technical or like the most fascinating session we've been to so far. And you did a good job doing technical dive into it just in a quick session. And I was like, yeah, I try to keep things interesting. It's like, oh yeah, it was a very entertaining session. I was like, it's not even the weirdest thing I'm going to be doing today. And they're like, what? And I actually only think the only person that might have been to both sessions, it might have been David Cole. I think David Cole went to so many of our stuff. Oh, so I was pulling numbers for knowledge. This is just a fun fact I'll mention, but the community team, so the whole group of us, like all the developer advocates, the experts group, Selena, Sarah, all of us, like the community team, everybody that runs community, we're all one team, right? So there's like 19 of us. And so I grabbed all the sessions that we were either leading or co-led or supported directly. And I pulled the numbers and stats from all of it. And I did a analysis of attendees, and apparently there are 30 people that attended knowledge that went to like 5 or more things of us, and I think a few of them went to like 4 of my things. And so there's a few people that attended knowledge that were like hardcore into doing community stuff or following the people that work on community and doing their sessions. So that was pretty funny to see. There was actually more than 300 people that went to at least 3 of our sessions, which is like, doesn't sound like that much, but apparently this is something that Chuck, my teammate Chuck Tomasi, told me earlier today. It's like, hey, that's actually a really good number, because at one point I think he said he heard that the average knowledge attendee only attends like 2.5 sessions on average. And so if there's multiple hundred people that are going to at least 3 of our sessions, then I was like, oh, that's actually pretty good. We're all higher above the average. But yeah, our team also scored higher than the average for the conference for speaker rating and content rating. So that felt good to see. But yeah, we had like more than 7,500 attendees to our sessions over the week. So that's pretty good. Yeah, like I said, when I got in today, I was rushing back from grocery, so I didn't have too much planned besides talking about the ECMAScript stuff. So I want to ease into streaming again on Twitch, so I won't overcomplicate things and try to start another thing. So I'm gonna say see you all Wednesday. Yeah, I want to cut it there, cause I'm flustered after running around so much. Okay. Love you. Bye. Thanks. Bye. Sorry about the weird stuff at the beginning of the stream. I don't know what happened with why it wasn't working. I reset the stream key and suddenly it worked out. I don't know if that was the reason, or if it was my internet in the first place. Oh well. Okay. Oh, another person. C Money Music. Hey, welcome. There's been a lot of new random people in the past like week following, so I want to make sure to say hi to everybody. So hey, thanks for joining. We'll be back on Wednesday. And if Garza plays, if you're still watching, are you an old coworker? Cuz I just wanted to make sure to say hi if you are. Anyways, appreciate y'all. Bye.